is how you think about it.
Peter just trying to secure the 6-minute power runes, making sure Stormsphere doesn't get that one. Throwing out the ultimate like that, Fana is going to be pulled back potentially into his death. Yellowstay barely lands, but it's enough. It's ASD should be able to chase him down with the extra bit of mana he has. That's going to be your first blood. And Peter Pandam, he's in trouble as well. Firefly with the boots. Early pickup means he's fast enough to be able to catch Peter in the next LSA and secure a secondary kill for ASD. I love how they just funneled all that golden experience to ASD.
Yeah, as soon as he used the...
So he's actually going to go hit the top shrine, then TP bottom, because he knows that's where the power rune was, I think, at one point.
Oh!
Okay, Sylar did not expect that amount of burst damage.
And the TP took so long because he... This TP is not going to end for at least another second.
Yeah. And the arcane rune that Sunset denied. Stormsphere doing good work top lane. They're trying to catch Ace here, but he's going to turn in, fighting the Firefly, killing him thanks to 33. Taking out the sticky napalm stacks, there's no threat of the Tianming Batrider,
Who was just killed.
It's definitely one of those 4 positions. You want to give him a solo lane at some point. Jumping forward, Ace trying to get the Stormhammer, does manage to get it onto the Batriders he finally shows, but in July just wants to keep chasing 3 seconds until he has the Burrow Strike. He has stick charges as well to be able to give him enough mana. It's going to be a close call, but they will be able to bring him down underneath the tier 1. Tianming is very dead, but in July is actually going to be found by Fada's rotation as well. And the Storm Spirit a bit too late to the party to do anything about all that chaos. So 1 for 2 exchange, they do shut down Ace. He is currently sitting lowest of his 3 cores, but trading off 2 heroes can't. As you can see, an interesting one here at the top lane, just very far up, close to the tier 1 tower to be able to get vision of rotations. They're going to spot the Zeus ultimate and see that Firefly has burrowed its way into the trees. Now Sandy's going to go over and will manage to go straight for the Zeus. They blow him up with the Laguna Blade, and he has the Sandstorm too, so they shouldn't be able to do anything to kill him or really push this tower.
You see Fada has the BKB queued up. ASD really wanted to kill him again, roll into it. No stun.
In July, trying to do his best he can to be able to save the safe lane tower. They reveal him slightly with that Thunderbolts. In July's going to play a little bit farther up. I think they drop a sentry, and he tried to go for a Burrow Strike last second, but he was too late. Whether or not he's actually successful. Bit of a precarious position right now, but the rest of NIP are just going to go for the mid-tower push, where immediately In July is here to respond. Gets that obnoxious Sandstorm in place. He's going to be telekinesis into the Stormhammer. Long jump in from ASD. In July hit a Burrow Strike out though, and the damage coming out from Fada and that big AoE. Now the cleave hits as well as the shots from Fada, enough to finish off In July as well. This time around, NIP set up a very nice fight for themselves. Get the kills and at least 1 hero farming somewhere near a tower. They're going to immediately blow up Soxa as he gets a little bit too far forward. Burrow Strike
on the gyrocopter, which I've seen a lot of support gyros used to run.
Yeah.
But then simultaneously, you've got the Midas on 33 queued up. It's like one person wants to go for a later game, one person wants to try to take earlier fights. They're going to
jump on the side in top lane, see if they can burst him down really quickly and get out. ASD will be able to do that, and there's not a whole lot of catch here from Ninjas in Pajamas. ASD actually ran out of mana as he jumped back and teleported away, but NIP couldn't get there fast enough. Now Sylar, does have 1,500 HP. We'll see whether or not they're able to chain stun him fast enough. He's trying to get off the Song of Siren. Does manage to get the BKB activated by Ace, though, with the homing missile coming in. The little bonk is just enough for Ace to finish off Sylar. A really big kill. You can have the 4 position as many times as you want if they can get a Naga Siren kill in return.
The timing of that was so smooth.
The Naga Siren, that'll be something else he has to worry about. Tianming will spot a bunch of heroes here. He's trying to Firefly around. He at least gets information that there's 4 NIP up here, but I'm not sure if that information will allow them to do much. I think NIP might
to actually group up.
Long zip in with the arcane rune, trying to go for Sox. He turns around, does manage to get a lightning bolt, momentarily stalling him up. Now the save from 33. ASD's committed a lot of mana here, and they do have a homing missile, as well as the lightning bolt. Even the Stormhammer's going to be coming in soon. Another long zip. Can Ace catch up to him? He's got his Blink Dagger. He's going to throw out the God Strength now. They need the Naga Star to bail him out, but he actually doesn't have anything. No song. And the Ensnare wouldn't have saved him anyway, so another big pickup for Ninjas in Pajamas, doing very nicely.
You've got to continue this game for as long as you can if you're serious. Although I don't even think that NIP's matchup.
They keep on trying to go for these kills, but 33 is still here, and he's still going to be able to protect Ace. Now, they do manage to get the telekinesis found Peter Pan Dam, so actually going onto this Sven gets Peter out of position, and they get a different kind of pick off.
Yeah, he went for the spell seal there. It's a little bit odd. They're going to go for the smoke themselves. I will say the reason why NIP don't feel comfortable going for the Roshan, because that would be the natural play right now. If a team is splitting you up and running you ragged, the best thing that you can potentially do is go for a Rosh. But the reason why they can't go for it is
was left alone bottom lane. He doesn't have, he had a blink coming up in just half a second, but the Zeus ultimate actually stopping him and also giving vision. And I believe it just got vision of the rest of the series. We're all playing smoked up in the mid lane.
Yeah, but having a Batrider and Naga Siren on one team, those are... Then on top of that, you've got a Storm that can zip in. They have 3 different ways to stop you.
Oh, Tianming, what are you doing?
Oh, okay.
What are you doing?
That was ambitious.
You're trying to farm up the neutrals and then get to the 33 with his Invis rune. He's going to sit on top of Sylar right now. Sylar should realize this because of the DJ Nora, but there's going to be the Rod of Tails. Immediately takes that off. He is going to pop his song. Spada also going with his BKB. Ace is also going to commit his BKB here. They know that Sylar, if they just stay on top of him during this song time, there's no way for him to get out. That's twice now. They haven't had to use the BKBs once for a team fight. It's just always been to kill Sylar when he thinks that...
Wow, a la TB.
Yeah, Ming does break the rotation here from Ninja's Pajamas. I mean, 5 position Batrider going down isn't that big of a deal, but they're going to get an extra kill here in Firefly, who is going to try and go for the TP out after the Stormhammer. A good play by him. Reading the situation, getting out appropriately.
And if you see the side of Sirius is always farming.
You know how I was giggling because I knew In July would die for that.
Yeah.
He saw Fada TPing. He's like, oh, I'm going to stop that TP. Smoke right now, setting up for mid lane, but again, 33 is right there. They try and jump on a Fada. He already has the Heavenly Graves on him, so they're still going to try and burst him down real quickly. They throw everything they have in Fada, but he got the BKB from the Laguna Blade. Now the Song of Siren goes down, and they just got a full retreat at this point. They will only lose their 5 position Batrider, but blew a lot of big cooldowns like the Song of Siren, which is only level 2, so it's the 2-minute cooldown instead of the 80 seconds. And Nip knows what that means. Sirius made a mistake. Oh, they're actually going to go back in with the epicenter. They're crazy. They're thinking about it. They might just be able to work it off. They first down 33, but Sven just cleaving down here. It's already taken out the Sand King, and now they're going to catch the Batrider with the dieback as well. Firefly doesn't have an escape mechanism. Ace chops him in half. Triple kill.
They were all together trying to kill the Omni Knight. They were all stacked up one after another. Position against all of this AoE, and she's going to go in.
Sylar, Manta trying to get away, does get out of the small bit of catch. Buyback in July too.
That was the freest initiation that I think Ace has ever gotten in this entire
They really want to get this tier 3. In order to do so, they have to kill July first. They found the initiation, they do manage to kill, and that's a dieback. A second one for Team Sirius. As all of a sudden, they've just crumbled under the constant pressure of...
Imagine that. Sirius could, if you were going to commit to this game at 33 minutes, you might as well just continue to commit for this game, right?
Yeah.
Just push out the lanes.
33 minutes to remove, 1 minute disabled, but is going to be silenced up, burst down almost by the Orchid, still living because of Glimmer Cave, and now they've caught ASD as well. The song comes out too late. Oh, God! The run of Asos, well played by Fada, the long-range catch against a Naga Siren. It's a cute idea.
Oh my lord. This game is happening.
Remains healthy.
Yeah, the Storm really needs a BKB.
Epicenter coming in through the side, 2-man burrow strike. Trying to break down these heroes. They do manage to get off the Omni-Knight ultimate, but it's not quite enough to be able to save the Rubik. Ace is quite low as well, but they have to jump away from him because the BKB got strength. They need to use their mobility, though, to catch these heroes, and that's why Sylar is sitting on the side here, trying to get the vision. The Storm Spirit can try and make another long zip in. Sylar's also keeping up with these heroes. Now here comes the zip from ASD, trying to burst down Fada. Fada has the Aegis, though. They're committing really heavily for a hero that I think Nip could easily turn around and protect, and sure enough they do. Good thing that Sirius does not overcommit, though.
In July, TP's bottom. He's going to deal with this wave, trying to force people back. And look at how careful NIP's been this entire game. Look at this.
In July spotted, and again, like the turnaround play, man. Every single time when he's spotted, he's got to learn, just burn strike out immediately.
Yes.
Dangerous.
They've got the long range catch to get you.
So you.
Now they're certainly strong enough just to take these objectives, and Sirius will be forced to fight into them here. The Song of Sirens set up. What are we doing? Are we going to the back line? There's no Sand King, so there's no epicenter follow-up off of this one. So Nipper like, okay, you stalled it, I guess. We're just going to keep on hitting these buildings now. You have an ultimate that's on cooldown. Tianming is going to be caught in the rod of Atos. Jump into the back line for the BKB. Ace, he has to be careful, though. Ace is super strong. The telekinesis on Angel is going to make shit so that Ace can chop him down. Sand King no longer being able to jump for his team. At least Nip are going to be stalled out slightly here. There's tier 2 still alive, so they have to go through the tier 4s, go for the Ancient if they want to end this game, while the heroes are dead with no buyback for another 30 and 50 seconds.
Yeah, there's no sleep now, so
yeah,
there's no real setup for them. And I have to imagine you would have liked to have waited a little bit longer for the Sand King to be out there. Maybe give yourself an opportunity to disengage.
Trying to bring that bottom, but again, he has that Aegis, and then there's also the Omni Knight, always be able to provide the saving grace for Vada, even as he drops low. Immediately buy back on Sylar, but the throne is exposed, and they know they can't defend it, so they just call it here. This is Nip. I mean, props to them, man. They played such a clean game. If I was in their position, I probably would have gotten a little bit worried. Like, guys, aren't we giving them a little bit too much space? But
Imba Spirit.
You may now select your heroes.
People don't realize how important being able to counter-initiate every single time is. It means that he had a TP up at all times, he didn't waste anything.
playing underneath the sandstorm with this giant creep wave. 33 is going to try and get as many cost-effective hits and will stay alive as even the whirling axis coming out from Sylar is not enough to claim the counter kill, so 33 gets first blood.
You saw what happened there too, right? He made sure to kill the creeps because he knew that he'd hit level.
They're trying to stop some pulling shenanigans, but it looks like he is going to be punished for it as Tianming's just going to stay on top of him with the Ion Shell. Eventually he'll die.
It's the last click onto him. But that's why I think the SD was a pretty good pick. It serves like a similar purpose. It just takes you a little bit longer, and you're going to have to question what you're doing. Soxa gets rooted for a second and slowed up pretty hard here. They want to get this kill on him, and pops the clarity to try to get Soxa to turn around. Is going to clip him with the axes, and he doesn't
get the kill there, but at the same time they're trying to go on to Ace, diving him with the double Ion Shell, just walking at him. Not enough. In July actually having so many Shadow Poison stacks here. It's only level 1 Shadow Poison, so it'll do like a healthy like 400 damage or something, but probably not enough to kill. So far away, back over to top lane where ASD is going to make his first rotation, and nice little tree plant there from Soxa, but honestly I don't know where you were going to go from there. So what does this tell you? The fact that he's literally rushed Midas the fastest you can possibly rush a Midas.
That he's really far. He's at 3 lane.
How about the fact that it feels like they're going to need Ace to really pull out the hard carries. We're going to watch 33 here in this bottom lane. Probably dies. The dust just was barely about to wear out. And he could have survived because they didn't have a sentry around that. You're out there. That you just run into the sandstorm with Spike Carapace on.
Oh, for sure.
And then pop the dust. He's stunned long enough for you to get the impale. They're going to dive Peter here, the top lane. They did get the important hero out, though.
I really like that move by Ace. He just got out of there. He's like, they're seeing it right here, or the Darkseer. Actually going for the jungle and
we'll be able to catch him with the chains. Peter turns around, gets the disruption off. But another jump forward, and ASD should be able to get this kill. Peter's just going to try and get as much damage as possible before he dies. And the Sand King's actually coming up now to defend that safe lane tower. So it's slowed down their tower push, which just means these heroes are locked up here for that much longer.
It means that ASD doesn't necessarily feel comfortable making any sort of rotations
He
out.
does have his own dust. Love it when cores do that. And it's going to result in probably a kill on 33. He's going to bro strike through to them, go for the epicenter. Now, ASD is low enough. He has to play back. They're going to try and still burst in 33. They will be able to get that kill. Fana with the rotating Shinover. With Saksa getting in the shackles, they will be able to kill that Ember Spirit as well. So 33 defends the tower and manages to get himself traded 1 for 2.
And this is what happens when you don't take the tower when you do have the opportunity. The actual net worth goes in favor of NIP. They got the turnaround kills, and they're falling into the classic trap of consistently just trying to kill PPD.
Yeah, and Peter, he's pretty comfortable with this one. They will be able to get the slide chains to finish him off. Now, the Ember Spirit shouldn't die to just 33, as he still had that Flame Guard going, protecting him against a lot of that magic damage. Top lane, Tianming, while they were doing that double farming situation where they didn't take the tower, Tianming was sitting mid lane, and he got a lot of solo experience, and now he's level 7 after using the tome. They're going to go in with the Ion Shell, try and burn Fana out a little bit before he realizes it. Now make the jump with a Spike Carapace off of that great Black Cannon. That was a beautiful setup from Sirius. That will result in at least 1 kill here. Saksa may have to just fully retreat out of lane, especially with Sylar here. Sirius, they mean business. They want to take this tower finally.
And Fana just
Trying to play the Peter role earlier, where he's another 5 position that can spam spells.
yes, your job here is just to delay.
Yeah.
And they're gonna go for the dive here.
But that's why they root all the way around. But Firefly, he's able to fly into the trees. If he gets over this little bit, he crashes down to earth. He's going to knock some of the trees down, but he may still be surrounded. They're going to have to cut through another round of trees, and Ace will do it with his Quelling Blade. Finds Firefly, but that was long enough. That was long enough, certainly, for In July to be able to come in and defend, especially if ASD is going to go for the fast kill onto 33. Not so fast, though, and 33 will be able to get off the epicenter, doing a lot of damage down the first strike, and ASD is almost bridged down, and there it is. Ether Shock from Saksa will be able to get the kill. Tianming coming in, really wants 33. He saw how low he was. They already committed 2 cores to try and get that kill. This is twice now that 33 with his early
Forward quite far away, and this should be a guaranteed kill on the captain of NIP. When they see the rotations in from the Sand King.
Are fortified.
33 has already shown himself to be slippery enough. They are going to be able to get the chains on Fana. Now, this is a super heavy stat build, and I don't think they fully expected that. A great Winter's Curse that is going to get some damage from Ace on Fana, but the Warcry protects against most of it. Tianming has another Spike Carapace up in 1 second time, as well as the Stick Charges and the Cold Embrace. Forgot about that one as well. But it looks like now both supports are going to die. 33 managed to catch Firefly with the epicenter, and Nyx's Assassin was just a sitting duck.
You saw Roshan almost take that kill when he slammed on the.
That is their best tower defender. Go for the mid tower. Try and even things out.
Yeah, you want to group up at this point and fight if you're serious. You don't want the status quo to continue, and that's why Ace is up here. He's gonna front
Not
line.
Ace, but the long range Hex caught ASD by surprise. A great Winter's Curse, as well as the Cold Embrace, may be able to save ASD here, as he's going to be able to slide immediately afterwards, try and jump away to the remnant, but he's slowed down by the Purge. He runs straight into Fana, has another remnant up. Fana's almost dead, but he gets away from the Ion Shell. Sylar, now Sylar's being controlled. Saksa has gotten like 15 seconds of disable in this fight alone, and they successfully defend their tier 1 tower while managing to pick up. Managed to disrupt himself, dodging the impale now. Is very likely to die, but maybe because of the Purge going out, they might be able to get some sort of turnaround as he threw it onto ASD and they caught him again with the Hex coming out from Saksa. This Ether Lens is making the Ember Spirits like total hell.
I can't imagine these trades are worth it either. It's 33.
Yeah, they're going to be able to catch Tianming as well. 33 cuts him off.
This is the classic PPD will die for. You have to do like 2 or 3 times just to be able to defend it. As you see Sirius, they're all like committed to it.
Trying to lead off with the impale, just managed to catch him here now. Tianming can't actually go for this because no one followed him up, but also because of the fact that Fana has a BKB. He's going to try and turn around some of the damage with the Spike Carapace, but with the BKB of Fana staying on top of this, Nyx's Assassin, he's going to be in big time trouble. But top lane, there's going to be a pretty important kill. They can get this on 33, which he's ensnared up by Sylar.
And he apologizes.
Yeah, they just let Nip get the kill in mid. Just nobody gets caught. Able to catch these heroes trying to surge away. They lock down against Ember Spirit. Tianming. Well done by him managing to like take that smoke. Worst thing that would happen is if ASD somehow got caught by Sox's long range Hex again. BKB. Way faster than my conservative timings. as they're going to be able to take the tier 2 mid, which just grants them more control and the opportunity for a fast pick-off on a Firefly, but he got the cold embrace off. This just means they stick around this tier 3 a bit longer in order to finish off that support.
That was the BKB used by Ace. I think they have to go high ground with this now. No.
We'll see if he holds that same thought process here. Running into the Sandstorm. Didn't really do much for them. Supports didn't seem to have a great plan. The surge up, Sylar may be able to run down 33, as he does have BKB up as well, so they may want to take this fight. The homing missile's going to come in, but he's still slowed down. Can't actually catch up to 33, and he's got Blink Dagger, Eul Scepter, as well as Burrow Strike. I'm not sure what Sylar thinks he's going to be able to do here, but now they've overextended themselves. ASD, he's just food for Saksa every single time. Cold Embrace Firefly, he's dead. Troll's going to be run down. What?
Does have the ulti and he's gonna pop it, try to turn it.
They do have the Winter's Curse. Maybe that can save Sylar here. The Eul Scepter actually going down. Might actually kill him. Almost 33. Doesn't quite hit the Burrow Strike, and now the Magic Wand. Sylar will manage to kill the Sand King, but being run down with the Jar Counter Fada gets him. And without Sylar around, that just means these supports are food. What in the world was the thought process for that?
I'm not entirely sure, and now Injuly might even die here. He's trying his best to juke. They know which way he decided to go.
They've got blank on Saksa too, so they're going to be able to catch him.
One more stack of poison. Doesn't quite have the mana for it, but should still be more than enough damage here. Fada's going to get the last hit on it, and genuinely, I think that Sirius, it might be a combination of them being tilted and as NIP are going to get aggressive.
Smoke up, push into the triangle. They know where Sirius is at.
This is the only place that Sirius really feel comfortable on.
They're going to give up the surge to Sylar, but he's already been initiated on with the Burrow Strike, and that leads in July. No way to be able to get away unless the Winter's Curse is saved, but Sylar, he can't really go for Fada, especially with that Butterfly. Look at the back lines, Ace. Just 3 shots of Winter Wyvern. Sticks on top of, well, he's going to go for ASD. ASD with his BKB activated. 33 won't be able to stop him. ASD, you can see at the end of that BKB, was terrified of being Burrow Struck, especially next to Ace, who instead is going to turn for that Nyx Assassin kill. In July's hiding somewhere in the trees, and they're going to try and root him out here. 33 goes for the Burrow Strike, but Ace is saying, this is not the fight we want to take. We're between a tier 1 and a tier 2 with potentially buybacks coming out. Let's just try and retreat, and it'd be unbelievable if 33 actually got out. Fortunately, a good impale coming from Tianming does guess where 33 is and guesses correct.
They have to Roshan right now on Sirius. There's no BKBs, no God Strength.
Ace alone to carry the game, right? Especially against Winter Wyvern.
They have no idea that this is happening. They're going to go
trying to
protect this area first, but you have to smoke every time because you haven't taken this mid tower, but they're going to successfully scan it. They know now.
They're running over real fast, Fada. He's just going to run over, drop the call down, get some vision inside the pit. Sylar actually getting bashed up. Oh no, and now he's been Burrow Struck as well. The Hex is going out. They need to save him. There's the Cold Embrace. There's already so much magic, and then Sylar's actually going to die under the Cold Embrace. AFD, he's been purged up. He's trying to kill Saksa right now. Can't actually commit for it. Jumps to the other side, but that's where 33 is to be able to get the Burrow Strike. Now the homing missile is on its way. He has to dodge it with his light of fizz. He does it though. He turns around, doesn't actually get inside. What? He actually ignores ASD to go for the Winter Wyvern instead. He feels like that's the hero to worry about. And sure, he chops down both supports, leaves ASD for the rest of his team. That's a wipe, all in exchange for 33 and his buyback, a dieback for him, but that's a Roshan for him.
That is not a neutral Roshan. That is a biased Roshan. My favorite term of all time. That is so unfortunate.
The bash in the Burrow Strike.
Oh my lord. Sylar.
And me, get the pick up on the courier. Get it.
That's the satanic.
That's the satanic.
Nice. It's all the little things, man.
Yeah, especially during this timing window where they had the Aegis. Now they're like, oh, do we wait for our satanic? Okay, well, maybe we just wait for the pickoff on Sylar. Oh dear. Oh dear. And ASD, he's like, well, in mid while simultaneously pushing out bottom lane, hoping the Serpent Wards can deal the melee racks, and if they deal with the Serpent Wards, then Fada might be able to get the range barracks. They're gonna pop the glyph. Not backing up whatsoever, long range Hex, leading things off onto Sylar. They want to try and get that melee barracks down. God strength, headed to the back line, go straight for the Winter Wyvern, get the Bloodthorn on him. He's dead. Immediately buys back though. They've already lost the melee barrack spot up. Drop him a little bit low. He does have the Aegis though, so they don't want to fully commit. They just want to kill him, but keep their distance. They do manage to do that. Will they be able to catch him in the second life though? Tian Ming's going to try and open up with some sort of spike carapace, breaking him, breaking the Gyrocopter. The disruption coming out is going to be able to buy Fauna enough time to get off his BKB. Still does not have his Satanic or his now Acronym Scepter. That's going to be picked up on the Courier as they disengage once again. Managed to find Ace first, managed to get the stun on him, but Soxa from the high ground. Look at his positioning, he's going to be able to catch Siler in the back line. They have the epicenter on the Firefly. They're trying to get rid of this Cold Embrace and Winter Skirt combination, and 33 just sticks on him. Finally, Siler is released, and he goes for Fauna, who has that butterfly, so he's really not taking much damage. And now the Hex on the ASD, the Winter's Curse goes out, trying to protect ASD. A great vacuum wall, but the damage, they have none of it. Their heroes are low, their cores are being chased away. The homing missile may even catch Siler here, as he doesn't have his BKB. ASD pops his, but as it fades away, Soxa once again waiting patiently. Got the Hex. Soxa, stop it. You gotta stop it. He just knocked Sirius out of this tournament, securing their slot to the major. Team Ninjas in Pajamas proving without a slimmer of a doubt that they are the stronger team against Sirius, dominating this series.
That was actually so well done by NIP.